always a great time. Tons of people come into town, and we love it. Last night you were at the high school cafeteria, right?
Correct.
What was that for?
Well, that was for the most inspiring student award ceremony, the first one. And for the first one, they had a great turnout of family, friends, and students being recognized. The entire school board, Dr. Apostle, most of Dr. Apostle's staff, administrative staff who put it on, and then there were members from Graduation Matters and the community that had been involved in this wasn't a Graduation Matters function, it was a function of the schools to recognize those inspiring students. The event was sponsored by Graduation Matters and iFiber One. And the purpose of the event was to give each of the principals of the schools an opportunity to identify the top 5 kids, students in their school who were most inspiring to not only the students but to the staff themselves. In fact, in some situations, especially in the high schools, there were things that the kids had done to challenge the values and thinking of the staff.
Whoa.
So, yeah, so it was pretty powerful. It was opened with a very nice dinner, and then Dr. Apostle started the ceremony with, I have a dream. I told him, I says, we have to get you and Martin Luther King together now. I have a dream type thing. But he spoke to the importance of those who are inspired and take on the challenges. And the special thing about this is these are not, gifted children. These aren't children that have had everything set out for them, but kids and people who have met the challenges and have also inspired others to take on a challenge and meet it. So Dr. Apostle spoke of that. Linda Arnold, she gave she was Master of Ceremonies and gave adequate challenges to Dr. Apostle. There was a guest speaker. His name was Mr. Tom Lowell. He was a graduate, and I don't know that I wrote down the year. I think it was 1965. And he was well recognized because he holds several records in track and field and football and whatnot that are still standing today. And he made several national levels that are still holding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He spoke of, inspiration, and he said his most inspiring person came from his, I believe it was 4th grade teacher. And not at school. This teacher was not his teacher in school. It was a neighbor in the same apartment building, and he helped her carry her groceries up and whatnot, and helped her move in. And she realized when moving in, she says, "Give me the box marked kitchen." And he kind of looked, puzzled and whatnot, and well, which one's that? And she realized that he couldn't read.
Oh.
And so she worked with him, taught him to read, and he did the heavy lifting. And it was really an emotional time for him. So great story, and, just a great example of how some things that are really insignificant to us make a huge difference to someone's life. And that was really, the setting. So, then each of the awards were presented, and we'll put a listing of all the students, because I wouldn't dare go through their names. I'd really murder them. But each school, each principal spoke of the children, and not individually, but as a group, and they spoke of the characteristics of those children. So it was really, really very good, and Dr. Apostle is looking forward to next year. And I mean, the whole sub was better than 3/4 full.
Wow. And
the band, the high school band, had music outside and music inside. They did a great job. It was really, really nice. nice, and the people were encouraged not to be quiet, silence your phone, but don't put it away, as people were taking pictures and whatnot. It was really very, very nice. It was non-political. It was total recognition of the kids.
Great. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was really good, and the kids felt so good about themselves, and that was noticeable. So, and then they put them all together as part of the process was to line them up on some steps, and then there was all of the children that had been recognized in one area, and so there was lots of snapshots there. Dale got a few pictures, so we'll put a few pictures on the website. I'll try to write up a little bit and to post on the website. We didn't make a huge deal out of this, but it was a huge deal.
Sure.
And that's kind of, the significance, of the event is the fact that those people that are inspiring typically don't go out just to seek recognition.
Well, maybe next year we'll move from the cafeteria to the Performing Arts Center, and maybe from there to the basketball stadium, and who knows what's next.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll have lots of those inspiring
That's
people.
Great.
And and it's great that someone as inspiring as Apostle has been to the school district recognizes that it's not him alone.
Yeah.
So it was a good deal.
We'll talk to Dr. Alex Apostle tomorrow, Fridays at 8:15 here on iFiber One News Radio. Thanks, Jerry.
You bet. Thank you.
6:49.
ABC Entertainment News. Here's Jason Nathanson.
One of music's biggest power couples has called it quits.
I go on too many dates, but I can't make them stay.
Taylor Swift and superstar DJ producer Calvin Harris are no longer together. They've been dating a little over a year. As for what happened, we'll probably find out when she releases her next album. A director who recently slammed actress Keira Knightley has apologized.
I think everything's changed.
Begin Again director John Carney trashed his star in a recent interview, saying the Oscar nominee lacked honesty and self-analysis in her acting, and referring to her said he never wanted to work with supermodels again. Many rushed to her defense, and Carney took a lot of heat. Now he tweets that he's a complete idiot. He's ashamed he said such mean and hurtful things, and there's no justification for it. Looks like we have a frontrunner to play Captain Marvel.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oscar winner Brie Larson is in talks to play one of Marvel's top female superheroes, according to Variety. The film's due out in 2019. I'm Jason Nathanson.
If you care about what's going on around here, subscribe to the Shelton Mason County Journal. You will learn something useful about your neighborhood, upcoming events, your community, and coworkers. Laugh at the comics. Cry with the obituaries. Learn about local concerts, games, and new businesses. Being informed is worth it in so many ways. Subscribe today. Call 360-426-4.